Hey, what's up everybody? The reason I'm bringing this video today is just trying to do a little comparison between a couple different mice. These are the ones I was interested in, and I didn't see a single comparison video that included even two of these things at the same time. So that's why I'm making it. It's not trying to get YouTube channel going or anything like that. Just purely want to give people a comparison video, a little side-by-side time with the four different mice I got here for you. So to start off with, a little background also, this is the G500 Logitech. It's the mouse I've been using for about a year and a half, and I've been pretty happy with it so far. The shape's really nice, but there's a couple quirky things to it that I just don't like, and that's the reason I started looking for a new one. First one is the scroll wheel. If you're familiar with the G500 at all, you know it's got this thing called hyper scrolling, which you press that button to turn it on and off. Anyway, so with hyper scrolling off or on, this is what it sounds like. And it just goes super fast. You scroll up down web pages really easily. And then when you turn hyper scrolling on, you're supposed to get this little feedback to it. But the problem is, it still scrolls way too much. So if you're trying to switch weapons, you always switch to the next thing, and you never get what you're going for. So that's one of my gripes. The other thing, and the main thing, is that the laser on it just has this inherent acceleration that you just can't get rid of. So even though I've done the Mark C Windows 7 fix, which supposedly gets rid of Windows acceleration, and I've also gone to the Logitech software and disabled acceleration for the mouse, I still get these weird, every once in a while, it's not super consistent, but every once in a while I'll have a twitch shot, and I'll go to it, and I know my aim was good, but I'll go right past the guy's head. And I just don't understand it. So I started doing a little research, and that's how I found out about it. So, you know, skip forward to 2 months later, after I finally decide I'm going to get a new mouse, I don't know which one to get. So I start doing research, and the main problem I have is the acceleration. So I say which mouse has the least amount of acceleration. So I do some reviews, and apparently there's a mouse called the Zowie AM. Enter Zowie AM. Here you go. This is it, side by side. Compare to the G500, and from here they look very similar. I guess we should go down here for you so you can actually get a better view of it. You can see the Logitech's got a lot more height to it, and length as well. You actually really can't tell that there's more length to it, but there is a little bit more length on the G500. But I think that's also has to do just with how the hump is. But anyway, so apparently the Zowie AM is supposedly really good. It has a really good sensor. There's no drivers, so you don't have to worry about software messing up. There's only 3 things you can change, and that's DPI, 400, 1200, and 1800, and then you can also put it in left-hand mode. And other than that, there's no fucking with this mouse. It's just plug and play. It's supposed to work. And so that's all well and good, but the problem is my fucking mongoloid hand is so big that this thing has to 3-finger this mouse. I cannot get my entire hand on this mouse without doing this weird mess. And I know I got some white balance going on there. Sorry about that, but anyway, that's what I got going on. So basically, I'm sitting there trying to play like this, and I got 2 fingers on the mouse pad, and the other only half my palm is on the mouse. If you see that, that's what I got going on. It's pretty awful. So I decided, you know, I'll give it about a night, see how I like it, and see if I can get used to it. And within 10 minutes, rigor mortis had set into my fucking hand, and I was cramped up. I had to go get ice. It was that bad. So, Zowie AM, you're out. Sorry, can't do you no more. So I figured, okay, I like the G500 shape. Let me just find a G500 type mouse that has a sensor that's better than that. And lo and behold, they make that. It's called the G400. Enter this guy. So I tried the G400 out, and it's pretty solid. It's really well built. It's very comfortable. It's apparently got the same shape as the MX518, which is like the holy grail of mice, according to the internet, which, you know, if it's on the internet, it must be true. And the shape is very similar to the G500, and I apologize for the shitty camera, but it's basically a droid, and it's not a real camera. It's a 8 megapixel, laugh my fucking ass off, 8 megapixel. It's a droid camera. It's a phone camera. Get over it. But anyway, so it's got the same basic shape as the G500, and it's very comfortable in the hand. My fat ass hand fits on it very nicely. I really don't have any gripes about this mouse at all. Everything's pretty solid. The clicks are real solid. The scroll wheel is amazing. even better than the Zowie, which supposedly is one of the selling points of the Zowie. It's very solid. It's just one, it's got enough pressure that you click one down and then it's it. So pretty happy with it so far. But unfortunately, I bought the Death Adder 2013 at the same time, just so I could try it out. Enter this guy. And the Death Adder 2013 just has absolutely blown my mind away, which is actually kind of surprising because I started off with a Death Adder 3.5G about 3 months ago when I was looking for a new mouse, and I hated it. The build quality was awful. The buttons felt very mushy. Let's get some focus here, guy. The buttons were very mushy. The side buttons specifically, you would click them and it would just keep going for days, which I thought was really stupid. And I've read that Death Adder's build quality and quality control is awful, and that was just a prime example of it. And full disclosure, I got that mouse from Walmart, so I'm not really sure if perhaps Razer has a special Walmart-only production section of their production line that they just give shit products to, because, you know, 95% of Walmart customers live in trailers anyway, and they don't give a shit about build quality. But I wasn't happy with it, so I took it back. But anyway, this 2013 Death Adder, it's a lot better. It's, first of all, of course, got the rubber shit on there. I'm sure you already know about that. And it's got the new sensor, which goes up to 6400 DPI. If you can do 6400 DPI and control it perfectly, you're fucking hacking, because that's bullshit. Nobody can do that. But the shape is awesome. It just fits my hand so perfectly, and obviously, you know, got the fat hand going on, and my hand just fits on it so good and so nice. The scroll wheel, it's not as good as the G400, but it's definitely better than the G500, and you know, it's pretty accurate. And then the other thing is, with the shape of it, my whole hand fits on it. I was actually able to increase the DPI I use. So with the G500 and the G400, I was using about 1150 to maintain, you know, some accuracy there, because anything over that, I kind of would lose control of it. With the Death Adder, I'm able to bump it up to 1800 DPI. So I've got faster sensitivity, which gives me, you know, better micro adjustments on the fly, but at the same time, with the big shape, it doesn't allow me to move the mouse a whole lot real quickly. I have to move more of my hand as opposed to just my fingers. Like with the G400, if I was just going to twitch over, I would use my fingers like this, right? See that action right there? Yeah, that's how I would do it. But with the Death Adder, I can still kind of do that, but I don't have as much range of motion, so I cannot, you know, I can't go quite as far. I have to use more of my hand, so it gives more control. Do a little conclusion here. Let me just tell you what I paid for all these mice and how I'd rank them. Let me go ahead and rank them worst to best real quick. Well, that's actually right. That's pretty much how it is. So the Zowie, I paid $55 from Newegg. The Logitech G500, I paid $65, and I got that from Best Buy about a year and a half ago. The G400, paid $30. Also got it from Best Buy, and got that last 2 weeks ago or so. And then the Death Adder, paid $80. Also got that from Best Buy about 2 weeks ago, same exact day I got the G400. And I would rank them worst to best. Zowie, because it's uncomfortable as shit to use. G500, because the laser issues. G400, because I actually like this mouse a lot. And if I didn't have the Death Adder and I didn't try that one, I would be using this mouse. But just because I happened to buy this because it was there, and I ended up liking the shape of it so much, and the way it fit my hand, that's the one I'm going to go with. I'll try and do a little side-by-side, get the Zowie out of there. You know, that's just a piece of shit, little fucking awful thing. Anyway, let's see if that'll pick up. God, this camera's good. There we go. I don't know if that's helping you out at all. That's what we're doing. A little ass action there. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. And a little other side action. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And a little full frontal real quick. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Alright, and that's pretty much going to do it. If you got any questions, you can comment, and maybe I'll get back to you. Probably will. I don't know. Just depends on how I feel. It depends if you're a jerk. And that's pretty much it. Have a good one.